welcome to my channel. This is Makeup by Mackenzie, and I am Mackenzie, obviously. Today on my channel, we are going to be testing out this new foundation from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Freshwear Foundation, and it has broad spectrum 25 sunscreen in it. So this is a foundation that says that it is a medium coverage. It's supposed to be very lightweight, very natural looking. And you know, I don't wear foundation much on a regular basis, so I'm always looking for a foundation that I'm just like, that looks like my skin. So will this foundation make me want to wear a foundation every day? Let's find out. Without any further ado, let's play with some makeup, shall we? Okay, so this is the foundation. I have this shade 405, which is Porcelain. Hopefully I got the right shade. It looks pretty good. Alright, so I'm on the L'Oreal website, and this is what it says about this foundation. It says it is our most lightweight and breathable longwear. Be unstoppable. Introducing our breakthrough longwear foundation with breathable skin technology. Up to 24-hour Freshwear Foundation provides medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. The formula's 3 oil absorbers resist sweat, water, and transfer. The ultra-thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh and healthy-looking complexion that lasts. Color stays true and blends evenly, so your makeup looks fresh all day. Non-comedogenic and formulated with SPF. This foundation is suitable for all skin types, in 30 shades for every skin tone. So I appreciate the shade range. It's certainly not as wide as a shade range of something like Fenty. Fenty has, I think, 40. And I think there's other brands like Morphe, I think, just came out with a range of 60 different foundation shades. But 30 is admirable, and it's definitely getting there. These are some pretty big claims. First of all, it says that it's breathable skin technology, which I really appreciate because I don't wear foundation on a regular basis. Part of it is I feel like foundation isn't very healthy for your skin. I think it's not very natural to have all of that caked on. And so when I do foundation, it's for special occasions, or I go with something that's more of a sheer coverage like a BB cream. I do like that this is says that it's medium to buildable, because for the days when I want something a little bit lighter, like a medium coverage, which will probably, if I wear this often, it will probably be most days that I want a medium coverage. But on the days when I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more coverage, this could be built up to be a full coverage foundation. So I like that claim. So hopefully that lives up to that. I like that it says that it lasts all day. Another reason that I don't wear foundation is that foundation tends to be high maintenance. You tend to have to touch it up throughout the day, which I like something that you can just put on and then forget about. And I always am a little disappointed when I put on foundation and I feel really fabulous. I think I look really great, and then I get home at the end of the day and I look at myself and I look busted and crusted. You know, I always just feel like, oh, how long have I looked like that? Something that would be a little bit more low maintenance is something that's ideal for me in a foundation. So if this can live up to that, that'd be great. And I'm not going to be wearing it for 24 hours, but I am going to wear it until I go to bed tonight. I'm hoping that this will be good for my oily combination skin, although I have been a little bit dry lately because of the weather, but I tend to get oily mostly in my T-zone. But I have been getting dry around my mouth and right here on my forehead. So we'll see how it reacts to those different environments. My skin's been really weird, so this actually might be a good test for it, but we'll see. Okay, and then it says that it's non-comedogenic, which means that it's not supposed to clog your pores, so it's not supposed to cause you acne. So that's good, because I really don't need any more acne than I already have right now. Yeah, and then obviously it has sunscreen in it, which is great. Everybody needs to wear sunscreen every single day. Do not think just because it's wintertime or because it's not sunny outside that you should not be wearing sunscreen. So basically everything that this says is what I want and hope and pray for in a foundation. So hopefully this lives up. I'm cautiously optimistic because I would really like to have a foundation that I'm just like, oh yes, Holy Grail foundation, but I have yet to find one. It is currently 12:10, so we will see how well this lasts throughout the day. Hydrogen dimethicone is the second ingredient in this foundation, which means it is a silicone-based foundation. So that means my primer should be silicone-based. Good job, guys. I'm going to use my favorite, the one I use every single day, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Face Primer. And this one I actually previously thought was water-based because it doesn't have anything that ends in cone in the ingredients. However, the second ingredient has the ends in siloxane, which actually means that it is a silicone ingredient. So it actually is a silicone-based primer, but what's nice about this primer is that it's really lightweight, so it kind of feels like you're putting on nothing, but it does the job. You could use something like the Angel Veil, which has that more silicone-y feel, but because this boasts that it's a very lightweight foundation, I want to use a lightweight primer to pair with it so that I'm not testing it out with something that's not in the same, I don't know, vibe. I really appreciate foundations that are a pump. I did kind of like the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte foundations and the Pro Total Cover foundations in the Infallible line. However, the finishes of those were not so great for me because they were, the matte was way too matte for me. I always just felt my face looked like a desert. The Total Cover was great, but I also felt that was too dry on me as well. And then the Pro Glow has a great finish that I actually really like, but I was an oil slick by the end of the day. Those are tubes, they're not pumps. So I like a pump just so that you kind of have a little bit of portion control. All right, so let me go ahead and just, do this on my hand, if it'll come out. There we go, okay. So it's definitely liquidy. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's pretty liquidy. But let's go ahead and, that actually looks like a pretty nice color. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this on my face. Whoa, okay. Maybe it is light, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I'm using my sponge to blend that out. Okay. No, that's actually a pretty good color on me, actually. But the thing is that you can always warm it up with a bronzer if you feel like it's not the right shade for you. If you're a little too light, it's a little too light. It's definitely, oh, it's got like a perfume scent. Yeah, that's definitely perfumey. Okay, so it's definitely sheerer than I thought it would be, but maybe I'm just not applying very much. Okay, it seems to be that if I apply it too sheer, it blends out really, really nice, but it almost blends out too much, so you have to kind of keep adding it on there. But I think that it makes it very buildable. Like, if you want places where you want more coverage, you just add a little more, and you get the coverage that you want. So that's pretty nice. Now this color is definitely a yellow undertone. So if you're not a yellow undertone, don't get this color. Well, I have to say, it really does look like skin. The places that I'm a little bit more dry right now, though, it is kind of clinging to those spots. So like on my forehead, I've got some, I don't know if you can see them, but I've got some flakiness going on there, and that's not normal for me. So it's got some flakiness here, and it is kind of clinging to that. It is also kind of settling into the lines in my forehead, which is not very good. I've got some dryness around my mouth lately too. That's also not normal for me. But it doesn't seem to be settling into that so much yet. All right, so let me go ahead and apply my concealer and see what we think. On the rest of my face, it does look very natural. It looks very skin-like. It looks very light, but it does seem like you could build it up if you wanted it to be a little bit more full coverage. I don't know how to feel about it yet. And part of it is that I'm not feeling so great about my skin right now. My skin's just overall not where I would like it to be. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty nice. So let's go ahead and do some concealer here. This is just the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is meshing really nicely with my concealer. It's looking so nice with my concealer on top of it. And it's still got that skin-like finish going on. Okay, so I have finished setting my face. So now I'm going to move on. I will say that my face does feel really dry, and I'm not sure if that's because my skin is just really dry today, or if it's because of the foundation. I have to say, I mean, it looks really nice. Everything on my face looks really nice. The finish is really nice. Other than those things, I'm hoping that as it kind of sets in throughout the day, that maybe my face will feel less dry. But right now my face is feeling kind of dry. The only thing, so this is kind of what the Total Cover foundation from L'Oreal's Infallible line felt like. I remember feeling that my face felt really dry. The only difference though is that my face looked really dry too. This one doesn't look dry at all. So that's the nice thing. And with the power of editing, my eye makeup will now be done. So I went with something a little bit more natural for my eyes because I wanted the focus for today to be on my face and my foundation. This evening I'm also going to a domino tournament with some people from church, so I don't want to go ham with the eye makeup, you know, keeping it natural, keeping it classy. But I am going to warm up the rest of my face with some bronzer and highlighter and blush, but I wanted to do that on camera so that we can test out how this foundation wears when I'm putting some stuff on it. So let's start off with bronzer, and I'm just gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer today. Okay, so it looked like it came off just a teeny, it's barely noticeable, but it came off a teeny tiny bit right there, and then I think it came off a teeny tiny bit here. So, but overall, it stayed on really well, and it looks really nice with my bronzer on. Okay, let's go on to some highlight. So I'm gonna use the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. Okay, so far so good. Doesn't look like it rubbed off anywhere with the highlight shade here. Now let's move on to blush. And I'm gonna use the Tarte blush in the shade Feisty. That looks pretty good, although I do think it rubbed off a teeny bit right there. Okay. So overall, so let me go ahead and apply a lip. I think I'm just gonna do a tinted lip balm. This is the Burt's Bees tinted lip balm in the shade Red Dahlia. Okay, so far the things that I'm noticing is that I do really like the finish of it. I think it looks very, very natural. The highlight, and then even the highlight that I put on before I set my face, it shows through very, very nicely. So even if you didn't put a highlight on over the top of that, you'd still get this nice kind of dewy look right on the tops of your cheekbones. When it's paired with my concealer, I get a nice flawless finish. It does look very, very natural. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing foundation, but then when you get up close right now, I can see some areas that might become a problem later in the day. But yeah, overall, so far, I don't mind it. There are some things that are kind of like, but part of it is because it's my winter skin right now. My skin is being abnormally dry. So part of it I'm willing to blame on that. But we will see how it lasts throughout the day. Alrighty, so it is a little past 12 o'clock. I've been wearing this for 12 hours now, so let's go ahead and see what this looks like. At the Domino's tournament, I was definitely doing some of this, you know, strategizing what my next move should be. So the areas where I tended to lean on my chin have definitely worn off a little bit, but that's not because of the foundation, that's just simply because of me. But that was definitely towards the end of the evening that I tended to do that as I was getting a little bit more tired. But other than that, it's definitely not as matte as it was when I checked in earlier today. There's some breaking down here on my forehead, a little bit more breaking down on my nose. It's clinging to some dry patches here around my mouth. But other than that, it looks pretty great. At one point during the evening, probably around maybe 9 o'clock, I went to the bathroom and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, whoa, I look really good. And I was really impressed with that. And there were definitely some points throughout the day when, like, I was in the car and I saw myself in the rear view mirror and I was like, who is she? So it was definitely a good foundation, and it held up really well throughout the day. I mean, 12 hours and it still looks fairly good. I would not recommend this foundation for anyone with dry skin. It definitely clings to those dry patches, but for people with oily or oily combination skin like me, I think it's a really good option. It's fairly low maintenance, and it lasts well really throughout the day. And the color match on me was really great. I might revisit this again in the spring or the summer when my skin is a little bit back to normal, because my skin's not normally dry like it is right now. So I think I might revisit it when my skin is kind of, you know, calmed down and figured itself out. I don't think I would wear this every single day, but I would definitely wear this again for a day when I have a special occasion and I really want my foundation to last really well. I like the finish. I like that I didn't have to touch it up very much throughout the day. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. So let me know what you guys think of this foundation. Have you tried it? Has this video inspired you to try it? I want to know what you guys think, because the things that work for me may not work for you. So let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this product or products like it, and let me know what your Holy Grail foundation is, because I might want to try it for myself. If there are any other products you would like me to review, or even any other makeup videos or tutorials that you would like me to do, let me know down in the comment section below, because I want to do what you want to see. As always, I will have this product, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, linked in the description box below for you to find. I will also have a link to my GoFundMe campaign. 100% of the proceeds of this campaign goes towards making this channel the best it possibly can be for you guys. So if you like this channel and want to help me make it better, please consider donating to that. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at MUBYMackenzie. And if you like this video, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like it in the future. Alright. That's all I have for today. It's really late and I'd like to go to bed. So remember, makeup has no rules. They're more like guidelines. So, you do you, boo-boo. Alright, see you next time, everyone. So, will this foundation be the foundation that makes me be like, oh honey? No, that was weird. Let's go ahead and get into this foundation. Oh. I was trying to twist it, and it wouldn't twist, and then it's so, just so you know, you just pull the cap off. You don't twist it at all. Going to bed now. Good night. Good night, YouTube.